What if I told you the best platformer of 1995 wasn't on the PlayStation, Saturn, or even a Nintendo console you've heard of? What if the most innovative 2D platformer of the mid-90s was trapped on gaming's most notorious failure, and almost nobody played it? Wario Land for the Virtual Boy launched in December of 1995, right in the middle of the system's catastrophic commercial run. While the Virtual Boy was pulling Nintendo's first ever hardware disaster, this game was quietly perfecting everything the Mario franchise had established. Produced by Gunpei Yokoi himself, the legendary designer behind the Game Boy and Metroid, this wasn't some rush tie-in. This was a passion project that had no business being this good. But here's the mystery. How do you make a 2D platformer feel revolutionary in 1995? Super Mario World had already perfected the formula. Donkey Kong Country had raised the graphical bar impossibly high. What could Wario Land possibly do that hadn't been done? And more importantly, why would Nintendo's most talented developers pour their hearts into a game for a system that everyone knew was dying? The answer reveals one of gaming's most fascinating what-if stories. Now let's set the stage. By late 1995, the platformer genre was experiencing its golden age. You had Yoshi's Island pushing the SNES to its absolute limits with hand-drawn aesthetics. You had Rayman proving 2D could still compete with the 3D sprites. And you had Donkey Kong Country 2 showing that pre-rendered graphics could create atmosphere traditional sprite work couldn't match. Into the crowded field comes Wario Land. It does something nobody expected. It adds a third dimension to 2D gameplay. Not polygons, not Mode 7 tricks, but actual stereoscopic depth that fundamentally changed how you interacted with the game world. You see, the Virtual Boy's red and black 3D display wasn't just a gimmick here. The team built the entire game around foreground and background layers that you actively traveled between. That goldfish swimming harmlessly in the distance jumped to the background, and suddenly it's a screen-filling piranha trying to devour you. That innocent-looking platform, it's actually hiding a secret room you can only access from behind. You've got 14 levels, 10 standard stages, 3 mini-boss encounters, and a final boss, each packed with hidden treasures, secret rooms, and multiple pathways. But here's why it's criminally underappreciated. The Virtual Boy sold fewer than 800,000 units worldwide. Most of the owners never even heard of Wario Land because the system was pulled from the shelves so quickly. This masterpiece reached maybe 500,000 players, while inferior platformers on the Game Boy went on to sell millions. It's not just a great Virtual Boy game, it's one of the best 2D platformers period, lost to history because of its platform. So, if you're discovering Wario Land today, or just got it on the Nintendo Switch Online, you're facing some challenges. Original copies run $30 to $60 on the retro market. The Virtual Boy hardware is so uncomfortable and hard to find. That's where this walkthrough comes in. I'm going to walk you through every single level, every hidden treasure location, every boss strategy, and every secret this game has to offer. We'll cover all 10 normal stages, explain every transformation and what it's actually useful for, and show you how to unlock not just the good ending, but the best ending, the one that most players never saw. Whether you're playing on original hardware, or the Nintendo Switch Online, or just curious about this lost gem, you'll have everything you need to experience Wario Land the way the team intended. Alright, with that out of the way, let's steal some treasure. Here's your complete walkthrough guide for Wario Land for the Virtual Boy. Are you following along this walkthrough on your Nintendo Switch? Tired of cramping hands and awkward controller positions? Check out my custom Joy-Con grip. It's designed specifically for serious Nintendo Switch Online gaming. This isn't your standard grip. It's built for comfort, lets you hold your controllers the way they were meant to be held, and it's seriously sturdy. No flimsy plastic here. Whether you're grinding through classic NES games or tackling tough retro levels, your hands will thank you. Stop fighting with your controllers and start playing comfortably. Grab yours now. I'll leave a link in the description and level up your Switch Online experience. Before we hit the first level, let's cover the fundamentals you'll need. Movement is your D-pad. A button jumps, B button attacks, and holding R lets you run. When you see blocks with arrows on them, stand on those and press A. That's how you jump between the foreground and background layers. If you're playing this on the Nintendo Switch Online, it may be slightly different depending on your controller layout, but you'll get the hang of it. You've got 20 minutes per level to find the key and reach the exit. Collect coins for mini games, hearts for extra lives, and watch for treasure rooms hidden throughout each stage. When you take damage, you'll shrink to small Wario, get hit again, and you lose a life. You'll pick up garlic bottles to power back up. After each level, you'll hit 2 bonus rooms. One lets you bet on coins for hearts and lives. The other multiplies your coin count if you guess correctly. Both are optional, but incredibly useful. Your progress autosaves when you ride the elevator up, so you don't have to worry about losing your place. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started. Welcome to your first descent into the treasure cave. This opening stage introduces every core mechanic you'll need going forward, so pay close attention. Right away, you'll see 3 spiked balls swinging between the background and the foreground. Wait until they swing back, then move past them safely. It's simple pattern recognition. You'll see this type of hazard throughout the game. In the next room, you'll encounter your first enemies, frogs. Notice how you can either stomp them from above or use Wario's shoulder barge. To barge, hold B and press left or right. You can also body slam by pressing down in midair after jumping. Kill both enemies, but body slams also break certain blocks. See that row of blocks overhead? Not all of them contain items, but enough to do that it's worth checking every one. The middle block has a heart. The last one has a coin. Further right, you'll find your first question mark block. This one contains a big coin worth 20 regular coins. Now here's something really important. See that cloud with the coin symbol floating above? That's a coin cloud. Stomp an enemy, pick up its stunned body, and throw it into the cloud. Each hit generates a big coin, and you can do this as many times as enemies spawn. This is how you rack up some serious coin counts. Now cross the bridge and you'll see 2 large blocks. Barge into these to break them. They contain big hearts worth 10 regular hearts. Remember, collect 100 hearts for an extra life, so these are valuable. The 3 blocks on the ground ahead need an earthquake body slam to break them. Jump and press down to perform one. When you hit the ground, you'll stun all the nearby enemies and shatter brittle blocks. This move is essential for finding secrets. After the lava pool, watch the background. The bat is going to swoop into the foreground and drop a spike bomb on you. Learn to anticipate enemies moving between visual planes because they'll ambush you constantly. Now you're reaching the game's signature mechanic. See those blocks with the moving arrows? Stand on one and press A. You'll leap into the background layer. The game world suddenly has depth. Platforms that looked solid are now behind you, and new paths open up. While in the background, see that wall of blocks on your left? Barge through them to reveal a hidden door. Press up while standing in front of it to enter the treasure room. Inside is the cat statue, the hidden treasure for this level. Jump on the box and grab it. Stand on this exit spot and press up to return. Now continue right in the background, then use the arrow blocks to return to the foreground. You'll need to run across several small gaps ahead, so hold R to sprint and you'll clear them easily without falling. Near the end, you'll find a block on the ground that you can barge or earthquake slam. Do so to reveal an arrow block, letting you jump to the background one more time for coins. Back in the foreground, break the large block for a big heart, then head right to the elevator. Touch the elevator with the key in your inventory to unlock it. Now press up to ride it up and complete the level. On to the minigame interlude. A quick note about the bonus rooms you'll see now. The first door with the heart symbol offers a minigame where you jump between the foreground and background trying to hit hearts and diamonds carried by bats. Don't hit the bats themselves or you'll lose everything. You can bet 100, 200, or 300 coins. Higher bets mean harder difficulty but better rewards. The second door lets you gamble. Choose a multiplier, 3, 6, or 10 times, then pick one of 3 descending orbs. Coins multiply your total. Spiders cut it in half. You'll get 3 chances per level. The maximum you can win is 9,999 coins, which triggers a perfect completion. After the mini games, you'll reach the progress screen. Your game autosaves here, and any coins you're carrying gets deposited into your permanent bank. The treasure you're looking to find is the ancient bust. Stage 2 ramps up the complexity with more background-foreground transitions and your first power-ups beyond basic garlic bottles. The first question mark contains a Viking helmet. Touch this and you'll transform into Bull Wario. Notice the horns? Your barge attack now breaks blocks, and your body slam creates earthquakes even more powerful than before. Any blocks you land on shatter immediately. You'll want to earthquake slam the ground block, then slam the revealed space to expose an arrow block. Jump to the background, grab the hearts and coins, then return using the arrow block on the far right. Ahead you'll find a pipe, but here's a secret. Jump one space to the right of that pipe and you'll reveal a hidden block container containing another Viking helmet. Use this trick throughout the game. Suspicious empty spaces often hide blocks. Go down the pipe, through the door in the next room, then back up another pipe. You'll emerge in the background area you saw earlier. The last block on the right holds the key. Grab it now, even though you won't use it until later. Now keep moving right through the waterfalls until you find an obvious room entrance. Grab what's inside, then return to the arrow block and jump back into the foreground. Use your earthquake slam to stun the 4 enemies here, then throw them into the coin cloud for easy big coins. This is a great farming spot if you need coins for the minigames. After the next question mark block, bounce on the large block that's acting as a step. See how it shifts? That reveals a door. Go inside for a diamond, a full extra life. Now continue right. The next question mark block container has another Viking helmet. Hit the 4th crate style block on the ground with an earthquake slam to reveal another arrow block. Go into the background, grab the items, and return. In the next room, jump up one step from the entrance and you'll find a hidden block with yet another Viking helmet. Hit the second crate to find an arrow block. It's the same pattern. Go into the background, grab the items, then return. Now here makes for something new. The next question mark block contains a dragon crystal. Touch this and you become a sea dragon Wario. Hold B to breathe a continuous stream of fire. This destroys enemies, breaks regular blocks, and critically destroys fire blocks, which are otherwise indestructible. Use your new fire breath on the fire blocks covering the pipe, then go down. Break the 2 blocks at the end of each side for big coins. Then take the pipe on the left up, jump to the background, collect everything, then return. Now head right and burn through the fire blocks. You'll reveal a hidden door. Go in and grab the ancient bust on the left. That's your hidden treasure. Now exit, break the blocks overhead, and continue right to the elevator. With that out of the way, on to stage 3. The submerged cavern contains a golden chicken as your upcoming treasure. Now welcome to the underwater level. Swimming controls work like surface movement, but hold R to swim faster. You'll need that speed to avoid enemies. Immediately use the fire breath to break the large block above the elevator. There's a big coin inside. Now head right. The first question mark block contains a dragon crystal, which is perfect for this level since fire breath works underwater. You can break the last 2 large blocks at the bottom of the row for more big coins. Now look up. See those fire blocks on the ceiling? Burn through them, then swim up through the hole you created. This reveals a hidden room with valuable items. Watch out for the fish schools in the background. Individual fish will break formation and swim into the foreground to attack. They're fast, so keep moving. The last block on the right of this room contains a garlic bottle. Drop back down and head right into the pipe. In the next room, you'll face a giant fish that emerges from holes in the walls. They follow a pattern. They extend out, pause, then retract. The key here is to wait for them to extend fully, then swim past them quickly while they're pulling back. The question mark block above and to the right of the others contains a garlic bottle. Navigate to the top left and exit through the pipe on the left. The second question mark block in this room has a dragon crystal. Pay attention to the bubbles. They create currents that push you in whichever direction they're flowing. Use them to help navigation or fight against them when necessary. You'll want to exit through the pipe on the left. Break the 2 large blocks on the bottom left for a big coin. Head to the top left and go through that pipe. Hit all the question mark blocks. The one on the far right contains the key. Collect everything, then return the way you came in and head right. Fun fact, every few floors you'd face a boss that made use of the Virtual Boy's 3D depth, meaning some enemies actually jumped out at you. You can break through the blocks and swim straight to the pipe at the top. Through the pipe and head right. The first question mark block has a dragon crystal. Break through the large blocks and fire blocks to reach the next pipe and head up. Okay, in 2016, which indie developer pitched a color remake of Virtual Boy Wario Land for the 3DS, only for Nintendo to never reply. There's a diamond to the left, you'll want to grab it, then return and go through the pipe on the right. Fun fact, this was Tokata's final project with Nintendo R&D 1, the same division that made Metroid and Kid Icarus. That's a heck of a resume. Now this is where the level gets tricky. Head right, then up, then left, then up again. When you see that single fire block, break it and crawl through the passage on the right. Alright, let's talk about power-ups. Can you name the 3 special hats Wario can wear in the game? Now hit all the question mark blocks, collect the items, and then return left. Let's test your knowledge. What year did Virtual Boy Wario Land officially release in North America? Drop the answer in the comments below. Now go up and right. The last question mark block before the elevator contains a Viking helmet. Get it? Then head back down the ladder. Now earthquake slam that large block directly under the ladder. It reveals a hidden door. Go inside and grab the golden chicken. That's your treasure. Exit and head back up to the elevator. With that out of the way, onto stage 4, the Guardian Chamber. Fun fact, Virtual Boy Wario Land was one of the last Nintendo games ever made for the Virtual Boy before they pulled the plug on the system. Talk about bad timing. Here's a tricky one for the retro fans. Before launch, Virtual Boy Wario Land had a totally different title. Do you know what it was first called at E3 of 1995? The Guardian Strategy. Wait for the Guardian to jump in the air. Dodge to the side when it attempts to land on you. Jump on the flashing weak point while it's vulnerable. Hit it twice to reveal the arrow block. Jump on the arrow block to face the mini boss. Onto the mini boss, the spiked dinosaur. Now this boss introduces the pattern you'll see in all the mini boss fights. It alternates between background and foreground. When the dinosaur is in the background, it swings that spiked ball and chain at you. Watch its movement and sidestep the attack arc. The boss telegraphs its movements, so stay mobile. When it jumps to the foreground, that's your opportunity. You want to wait for it to land, then immediately stomp on its head. You need to time this carefully. Land too early and you'll hit the weapon. Too late and it'll retreat to the background. 3 successful stomps defeats it. Afterwards, big coins rain from the ceiling. Collect as many as possible before the automatic timer transports you back to the starting room. You'll receive the key automatically. Now head right, unlock the elevator, and ride up to continue. With that out of the way, onto stage 5, the Enchanted Forest. The treasure in the Enchanted Forest will be the Pocket Watch. This forest level is dense with secrets and introduces the Eagle Statue power-up, giving you flight ability. Start by heading left. The first question mark block has a garlic bottle. Now barge or earthquake slam the first tree stump to reveal a hidden door. Inside, the question mark block on the far right contains an eagle statue. Touch it to become Eagle Wario. You can now fly by jumping and holding A. While flying, press B to perform a flying barge attack. Now exit and look up. There's a coin cloud. Bounce on the woodpeckers, grab their stunned bodies, and throw them into the cloud for big coin. You'll want to continue left. The next question mark block has a dragon crystal. You'll want to switch between eagle and dragon forms frequently in this level. Go left and enter the pipe at the intersection in the next room. Don't give up yet. Now go left and under the bridge. The question mark block here contains an eagle statue. You'll want to head up. You can break the space between the two branches on the left. Go through and break through the trees on the left. The question mark block has a dragon crystal. Here's the treasure. Break the tree on the bottom right to reveal a hidden door. Go inside and grab the pocket wad. Exit and return right until you emerge between the two branches. Now jump up to the branch directly above you. That question mark block contains another dragon crystal. You'll return from above later. Now head left and into the pipe. Now you're navigating through trees using the foreground background transition. Jump to the background, move left to the next arrow block, then jump into the foreground. The question mark block on the left has a garlic bottle. Jump back into the background. You can burn through trees to your right using the fire breath. Head left. Parts of this tree are also breakable. Jump to the foreground. The question mark block contains an eagle statue. Head left, go under the bridge and into the pipe. On the ledge above you is a dragon crystal. Touch it to switch form. Go left onto the bridge and earthquake slam its center to reveal an arrow block underneath. Now jump into the background. Go right and break the stump to reveal a hidden door. Inside, break the tree on the left and destroy the fire blocks. Now aim at the middle of the tree across the spikes to the left. Shoot fire to reveal two hidden blocks. Use these to jump over the tree and reach the diamond. Exit the way you came. Back outside. Head left, destroy the blocks at the end to find an arrow block. Jump to the foreground and head left through the pipe. Can you guess who produced Virtual Boy Wario Land? It was the same legendary creator behind the original Game Boy. Go right and up the ladder. The question mark block up here holds the key. Jump to the ladder on the left and climb to reach the elevator. Before going up, you can explore to the right for more coins and hearts if needed. You'll want to fly right into the pipe. Inside, the second question mark block contains a garlic bottle. Break the stump to reveal a hidden door with a dragon crystal and eagle statue inside. The treasure in stage 6 will be the elegant dress. The waterfall level combines swimming and platforming and features the game's most complex navigation. You'll want to head left immediately. The first question mark block contains a garlic bottle. To swim against the current, hold R and pump A repeatedly. You'll need this technique throughout. At the first ledge after the bat, earthquake slam the middle blocks to break them and reveal a big heart. The next question mark block has a Viking helmet. Break the two blocks on the ground to reveal a pipe and go down. Alright, for the hardcore Nintendo fans, who was the co-director of the Virtual Boy Wario Land game and also the creator of Wario himself? Don't take out any of the enemies yet. Head right, break the large block under the question mark block, then hit that block for a coin cloud. Now, earthquake slam to stun all the enemies and throw them in the cloud for easy big coins. Jump to the background and enter the door. Can you guess which famous platformer later borrowed Virtual Boy Wario Land's background jumping gimmick for its own 3D stages? Break the overhead blocks for items, then go through the door on the left. Now here's a tough one. What unusual minigame mechanic let players risk their loot between stages for a chance at bigger rewards? you'll emerge in the foreground where you found the coin cloud. The first question mark block contains an eagle statue. The next, a dragon crystal. Break the fire blocks, stun more enemies, farm the coin cloud again if desired. When you're done, go back up the pipe. Now continue left. Let's see who remembers this one. How many floors or levels does the Virtual Boy Wario Land have in total? The next question mark block has an eagle statue. The one after contains a dragon crystal. Drop into the water after getting the dragon crystal and let the current carry you back to collect coins and hearts you missed. Now return left. You can break part of the block in the air and also part of the overhang right before the room exit. Now exit when you're ready. Now you're at the actual waterfall. Drop straight down into the water. There's a question mark block containing a dragon crystal below. At the bottom left, break both fire and regular blocks to reveal a pipe. Go up it, break the fire blocks, jump on the plunger switch, then exit back through the pipe. Alright treasure hunters, how many secret artifacts are hidden throughout the game that affect your ending? You'll want to climb up by pumping A. On the left side is an eagle statue. Across on the right is a question mark block with a dragon crystal. Go onto the ledge above the dragon crystal, break the blocks, and enter the pipe. Here's a cool one. Depending on how many treasures and coins you found, you'd unlock different endings, so greedy players actually got rewarded. Go down and left. Here's a music deep cut. Which Nintendo composer, famous for hiding Totaka's song, worked on Virtual Boy Wario Land at his final R&D 1 project? In the next room, the third question mark block has the key. You'll want to then return to the waterfall. Do you think you know your 3D Nintendo history? What unique gameplay feature let Wario jump between the background and the foreground, showing off the Virtual Boy's 3D effect? On the left side, go up part way and hit the plunger to clear access to an arrow block. Jump to the background and go through the door. And get this, Nintendo's bringing Virtual Boy Wario Land back on the Nintendo Classic service really soon, complete with a special accessory to recreate that old school 3D look. How cool is that? Here's some Nintendo review trivia. Which magazine gave Virtual Boy Wario Land a massive 93% score, calling it a slice of Nintendo excellence? Inside is the elegant dress, your hidden treasure. Now return back to the waterfall. The question mark block on the right contains a garlic bottle. Go to the top. Hit the platform on the right side to reveal an eagle statue. Continue left through the pipe. The first question mark block contains an eagle statue, the next a dragon crystal. Get everything in the room, then break the fire blocks on the bottom right and head down. After collecting the items, return up and go through the pipe on the left. Shoot the question mark blocks with fire to hit them, collect the items, and exit through the elevator on the left. Here's one for the real fans. When Wario combines his eagle and dragon hats, what's the name of the super powered version he gets? That's one reason why I enjoy these classic video game playthroughs. They remind you just how much design went into even the simplest moments. Did you know the soundtrack was composed by Kazumi Totaka, the guy famous for hiding Totaka's song in tons of Nintendo games? Yep, that secret tune is rumored to be hidden here too. With that out of the way, on to Stage 7, the Scorching Desert. Your treasure for Stage 7 is the Golden Apple. The desert stage means quicksand hazard. If you land in it, jump repeatedly to escape before sinking to the damaging black layer at the bottom. The first question mark block contains a garlic bottle. Break the 2 blocks on top of the elevator for big coins, then head left. After the first quicksand pool, break the column to reveal a hidden door. Inside the question mark block contains an eagle statue. Break part of the wall on the right side for big coin. Exit and continue left. The next question mark block has a dragon crystal. Jump on the mini tornado. Did you know the game was originally called Wario Cruise when it debuted at E3 of 1995? Yeah, before the name Virtual Boy Wario Land ever existed, Nintendo almost sent Wario on a cruise. It'll launch you upward and carry you across the piranha plants. Duck under the platform, then hop onto the next tornado. The following question mark block contains an eagle statue. When you reach the sand pile, break the bottom of the block of each column to let the tornado through. It disperses the sand and reveals a door. You'll want to enter it. The next room has a coin cloud. The first question mark block contains a Viking helmet. Here's a wild one. Every few floors, players had to face off against a boss that uses the 3D depth effect. Do you remember how often these boss fights appeared? Go through the door on the left, then jump up 3 blocks from the right to reveal a hidden block. Jump up and right, breaking the overhead block. From these 2 blocks, fly across to the left. Break the fire blocks to reveal a hidden door. Inside, collect items, then drop down. Break the blocks over the rope ladder and climb down. Overhead blocks contain coin. The question mark blocks contain an eagle statue and a dragon crystal. Through the pipe on the left, you can break the last block above the crawl space. Jump into the water and hit the space where you dropped in, right below the water level. There's a hidden block with a dragon crystal. Travel right and break the first half of the wall for big coins, then go left. The question mark block on the left has a dragon crystal. Break blocks and head up to find the key. Return where you first entered this room. Did you know that this background jumping idea later inspired games like Donkey Kong Country Returns and Mutant Mudds? That's right, Wario walked so DK could run. Jump up in front of the crawl space to find a hidden block. Use it to jump up, then fly left from the block above. Break part of the wall and go through. The second question mark block contains a dragon crystal. Jump to the background. Now head right. At the top right, break the wall to reveal a big heart. Go below the ledge and break the wall to the right. The hidden door is now revealed. Go through, collect the items, then go through the door at the top right. Did you know that the Virtual Boy Wario Land was originally set to release in September of 1995, but got pushed back a few months? It was finally dropped in November in North America and in December in Japan. Grab the golden apple. That's your hidden treasure. Exit, return left, and out the door, then go down. Here's a neat one. Wario had multiple power-up hats. The bull hat for strength, the eagle hat for flying, and the dragon hat for breathing fire. He could even combine them into the ultimate King Dragon hat. Jump to the foreground, go right a tiny bit, and earthquake slam the second block of the flat section to reveal an arrow block. Jump to the background, get the items, and return to the foreground. you'll want to head left through this pipe. The first question mark block contains a garlic bottle. Kneel and shoot left to find a big coin. Now head left and break the column right before the piranha plant. There's a hidden door inside with coins. Exit and continue left. Here's a cool bit of trivia. The game was directed by Hiroji Kiyotaki, the same guy who created Wario in the first place. So it's basically Wario starring in a game made by his own creator. Hold R and run across the platform over the plants. After them, break the middle platform for a big heart. Ride the tornado through the pipe. Break the 2 blocks ahead. Go up and right. Fun fact, the game was built around 14 non-linear levels, meaning you could explore them at your own pace instead of just running straight to the exit. Then up the rope ladder. Break the block on the left to reveal a hidden door. Inside, collect items, then go through the door on the right. Fun fact, legendary Nintendo figure Gunpei Yokoi, the man behind the Game Boy, was the producer. Sadly, it ended up being one of his final projects before leaving Nintendo. The question mark block contains a dragon crystal. Exit and return to the rope ladder. Here's something wild. Virtual Boy Wario Land only uses 2 colors, red and black, but it still managed to create a full 3D illusion using parallax. It's pretty advanced for 1995. Break the block above you on the right, jump up for the diamond, then return down. Fun fact, the game's biggest gimmick was Wario's ability to jump between the background and the foreground, which made perfect use of the Virtual Boy's 3D tech. Break the 3rd large block from the right and go down. The question mark block contains an eagle statue. Through the pipe on the left, the question mark block has a garlic bottle. Enter the elevator and ascend. With that out of the way, onto the mini boss 2, stage 8, Guardian Chamber. The Swordfish Pilot Boss. This boss fights from both visual planes. When in the background, the swordfish jumps toward the foreground. Listen for the audio cue indicating where it'll land. Fun fact, despite mixed reviews, Wario Land Virtual Boy is now considered the best game on the entire Virtual Boy. Not a huge pool, sure, but still a win for Wario. Did you know that some reviewers gave it insanely high scores, like 93% from N64 magazine, while others said the 3D was just for show? Talk about a love it or hate it situation. Okay, you'll want to duck or jump over the first 3 missiles it fires. After the 3rd missile, it jumps trying to land on you. Dodge and wait for it to land upside down. Jump on the flashing weak point, hit it twice to access the arrow block. You see, when it crashes through the floor, it creates a hole. After a few seconds, it sticks its head up to look around. Position yourself on one side of the hole before it emerges. As it's about to surface, jump to the opposite side. It'll look where you are, and a question mark appears above its head, showing confusion. That's when you stomp its exposed head. 3 stomps defeats it. Fun fact, even though the critics liked the gameplay, most of the complaints weren't about the game. They were about the Virtual Boy hardware itself. It was a poor console in the wrong place at the wrong time. Then collect the coins, grab the key, head over to the right, and ride the elevator up. With that out of the way, onto stage 9, the factory floor. Here's something interesting. Decades later, fans and developers still talk about this game. It even inspired Shantae Advance, Risky Revolution, that was released in 2025. Stage 9, your treasure is the pirate ship. Welcome to the conveyor belt factory. There's a new enemy type here, moles that can't be stunned with earthquake slams. Get close to draw them out, back up, then barge into them when they turn around. Now head right. The first question mark block contains a garlic bottle. Down the pipe, grab the garlic bottle from the question mark block, then return up and head right. Now barge the large watermelon for a big coin. On the conveyor belt, watch for enemies dropping either bombs or melons. You want to catch a melon and carry it to the switch marked Put On. How obvious! Look at the background. When the button appears on the second conveyor belt, drop your melon on the switch. This launches it into the background to hit the button, exploding the watermelon with eyes. Miss, and you'll need to try again with another melon. Now continue right. The next question mark block contains an eagle statue. Barge the next watermelon for a big coin. Down the pipe, the question mark block on the left has a Viking helmet. Did you know Wario could literally gamble his treasure between levels? You could risk all your loot in minigames for even bigger rewards. A classic Wario move. Jump to the background, head down, and break the large block for a big coin. At the bottom, jump to the foreground. The question mark block on the bottom right contains a coin cloud. The one on the left has an eagle statue. Now drop down, break the box on your left, go through. The first question mark block contains a dragon crystal. Stand on the bottom and shoot left to break blocks. Collect items and exit. Now go right and jump onto the third block. Fly left, break the box, and go through. In the next room, shoot left, travel to the end, get the items available, then drop down and shoot right for a diamond. Return right, jump to the background, go to the top, jump up to the foreground, up the pipe, break the watermelon, and enter the door. You want to continue to break watermelons, collect the items, exit, and head right. Now grab a melon on the belt and head right. Drop it on the button as soon as the background machine appears on the left. This sends the key into the foreground. Continue right. The next question mark block has a Viking helmet. Break the watermelon and enter the door. Now fly across left, break the large block for a diamond, drop down, jump into the background, and work your way down, breaking blocks and collecting items. Now jump over to the foreground, go up through the door and head right. You'll want to catch a melon and drop it when the first basket is in the background on the last belt. Get another melon and drop it when the second basket is in the middle of the next to last belt. Both hits explode the watermelon, revealing a hidden door. Inside is your pirate ship, your hidden treasure. Now, exit and head right. Shoot the 2 watermelons. The second reveals a door. Inside are coins and a diamond. Exit and continue right. The second question mark block contains a garlic bottle. The next watermelon has a big coin. The elevator is on the right. Alright, with that out of the way, on to stage 10, the Clockwork Manor. The treasure in stage 10 will be the mechanical horse. This stage features regenerating enemies with spinning blades and more complex pathways. You'll want to start by heading right. The first question mark block contains a garlic bottle. In the next room, you'll see a blade-faced enemy that respawns when you take it out. Go right in the next room. Now jump into the background and barge the wall to the left. There's a hidden door revealed. Barge the other section for a big coin. Through the door, the question mark block on the left has a dragon crystal. The far right has an eagle statue. Exit, jump to the foreground, and head right. The next room's question mark block contains an eagle statue. In the following room, you'll want to earthquake slam the second half of the second wooden floor section to break through to an area hidden below. Now drop down and shoot right for a diamond, then go left. The jar in the next room spits out a big coin if it lands right side up, an enemy if it lands on its side. You just want to ignore it and go left. In the next room, pick up the jar and jump into the background. Through the door, the first question mark block contains a dragon crystal, the second, an eagle statue. Down the pipe, break overhead blocks including a diamond, then head right back to where you did the earthquake slam. Climb the ladder to the next room. Jump across left into the room, kill the smiley face, and go left. The question mark block contains a dragon crystal. The room to the left, you want to take out the smiley face, grab the diamond on the left, then return to the previous room. Now jump to the background, go through the door. The question mark block on the left contains an eagle statue. Through the door, shoot fire right and fly through the door. You want to enter, use fire on the fire block, then go through the door on the right. Now grab the mechanical horse on the right. That's your hidden treasure. Exit the way you came, through the door you flew to. Now drop down, go through the door on the right, the next room, the door on the right, the next room, the door on the right, the next room, the door on the left, then the door on the left, then the door on the left. You're now in a room with 3 clocks. Wait for the middle one to open. It contains the key. When it pops out, jump and grab it. Go through the door on the left, then right, and jump to the foreground. Go right, take out the smiley face, then continue right. In the next room, drop to the floor and head right. To beat the smiley face enemy, jump on one of the 3 projectiles it shoots, then throw that projectile at it. Now go right. The first question mark block has a dragon crystal. The second has an eagle statue. The first question mark block contains a Viking helmet. Destroy the large block to reveal a hidden door. Inside are an eagle statue and a dragon crystal. You'll want to exit and continue right. The last question mark block contains a dragon crystal. Continue right, the elevator is in the next room. With that out of the way, on to stage 11, the volcanic depths. Your treasure in stage 11 will be the golden robot. This volcanic level introduces dropping platforms and deadly lava hazards. Watch for flashing flippers. They're about to fall. Start heading right. The first question mark block contains a garlic bottle. Watch those flippers above the lava carefully. When one flashes, it's about to drop, so stay mobile. Break the large first block after the laser shooting enemy to reveal a hidden door. Inside, the last question mark block on the left contains an eagle statue. Exit and continue right. Break the fire blocks to reveal another hidden door. Inside are 2 diamonds. Grab them both. Exit and keep moving right. The last question mark block before the room exit contains a dragon crystal. Go right and exit. The first question mark block in this room contains a garlic bottle. Now jump on the third flipper from the entrance and let it launch you into the background. Break the block on the left to reveal a hidden door. Inside is a diamond. Exit and continue right. Break the next block and enter the hidden door. Go right and break the blocks under the question mark blocks to find another diamond. Now exit and head right. After the question mark blocks pass the flippers, break the block to find a hidden door. Go in and head left, collecting items. Now exit and continue right. At the arrow blocks, shoot fire to reveal a hidden door. Go inside and grab the golden robot on the right. That's your hidden treasure for this level. Now exit and head right. At the last arrow blocks on your right, shoot fire right to break the blocks, then jump into the foreground. If you need them, 3 question mark blocks to your left contain an eagle statue, a dragon crystal, and a garlic bottle. Go right and exit the room. The next question mark block contains a dragon crystal. Now watch out for the fans. They blow in the direction you're facing. When active, time your movements carefully or you'll get pushed into the flames. The next question mark block contains a garlic bottle. You could break the overhead blocks right before it and also at the end of the room. You want to now exit right. The fan helps you jump higher. Now ride the fan to the left of the pipe upward. Use the fans to reach the top right corner. The block at the end of the ledge contains a Viking helmet. Break the blocks to the left of it to reveal a hidden door. Inside, earthquake slam the large block and go down. Break the blocks to get items. Now head right. You can break the blocks at the end for more items. Exit back out. Now drop the fan and over to the 2 fans that are together. There's a garlic bottle here. Use the fans to fly to the up left and grab the key. Fly left under the double fans, break the fire blocks and go through. Travel right until you reach the elevator. With that out of the way, onto stage 12, the Guardian Chamber. Now onto the mini boss, the Armored Tank. This boss hides inside a protective machine. Your goal is to expose the pilot and attack directly. Position yourself on whichever side the tank is facing. When it shoots fire across the ground, jump over the flame and land on top of the machine. This causes the pilot to pop out. The moment the pilot emerges, you have a brief window to jump on it before it retreats back inside. This requires quick reflexes, so don't hesitate. 3 hits defeats the boss. The boss shoots 3 laser blasts. You'll want to jump or duck to avoid it. After the 3rd shot, it jumps in the air to land on you. Dodge to the side, jump on it when it lands upside down, and hit it twice to reveal an arrow block. 3 hits defeats the boss. Collect the coins and the key, then head right to the elevator. With that out of the way, onto stage 13, the Tower Ascent. The treasure in stage 13 will be the Golden Pen. This is your final standard level before the boss, featuring the most complex navigation yet. The hidden treasure is actually here at the very beginning. Now break the top part of the elevator to reveal a hidden door. Go inside immediately and grab the Golden Pen. That's the last hidden treasure in the game. You'll want to exit and head right. The first question mark block contains a garlic bottle. Move past the spikes when they're at the back of their blocks. Now exit right. In the next room, jump onto the ledge on the right. Earthquake slam the last block on the right to reveal a dragon crystal. Jump onto the block above you. Use the fire on the block to your left to reveal another dragon crystal. Go to the upper left into the next room. Jump on the middle platform to break the overhead blocks and reveal a pipe. There's a Viking helmet to your left if you need it. Go up the pipe. Now go left, collect the items, then head right. Break the block on the far right to reveal a hidden door. Inside, at the end of the room, is a question mark block with a dragon crystal. Break the blocks above the middle platform and go up the pipe. Now jump up and hit the second block from the left to reveal an eagle statue, then head right. The next room has 3 spiked balls, like in stage 1. Jump to the front of each platform, wait for the ball to swing to the background, then run and jump across. The question mark block contains an eagle statue. Go down the pipe. Now head left. The question mark block contains a dragon crystal. Go through the door on the left. Break the 4th and 5th blocks from the right, then go up through the door on the right. Break the wall to the left for a big heart. Now jump into the foreground. Go down the pipe on the left, you'll land on the key, finally. Now, return to the top left, into the next room, up the pipe, through the door on the right, down the pipe, through the door on the left, then up. This time, go through the door on the left, go right and jump into the foreground. The question mark block contains a garlic bottle. Go right and reach the elevator. You're ready for the final boss in Wario Land Virtual Boy. The last boss in Wario Land VB is the Demon Genie. This is it, the final battle for all the treasure. You need 5 hits on the boss's nose to win. Here's a critical mechanic. Press A while standing still to jump between the foreground and background as if they were arrow blocks everywhere. You'll use this constantly. An opening cheap shot. As soon as the boss looks down at you at the start, immediately jump from the foreground to background to hit its nose. That's 1 free hit. After you hit him, he disappears off the top of the screen and drops back down with extended claws. Run the full length of the screen, side to side to avoid being grabbed. The boss attack patterns. For the fire breath, the boss spits fire that spits into 2 streams. When it spits, jump into the gap between the streams. Timing is everything. Wait for the spit, then jump. For the double claw swipe, the boss swipes with one hand, then immediately the other. Jump over the first swipe, stay in the air, or jump again for the second. Don't land between swipes. On the claw drop phase, the boss will try to drop both claws directly onto you. Watch the shadow and move left or right. It creates a shockwave on impact. Jump if you're too close. During the vulnerable phase, after completing his attack sequence, the boss starts bouncing up and down while moving side to side. This is when you strike. Position yourself so you can jump from the foreground to the background when his nose aligns with your position. If you miss, he'll turn invisible after a few seconds. When he reappears, he resumes attacking. 5 successful nose hits defeats him. Stay patient, learn the patterns, and don't get greedy trying to hit him during attacks. Once defeated, you'll see your ending based on your treasure collection and completion time. And there you have it. Every level, every treasure, every secret in Wario Land for the Virtual Boy. You've now experienced one of the most innovative platformers on the 90s, a game that deserves so much more recognition than it received. If you've collected all 8 hidden treasures and beat the game in under 2 hours, you've unlocked the best ending, the one with the girl in the bunny suit that Nintendo somehow got away with in 1995. But your journey doesn't have to end here. Once you beat the game with all treasures, you unlock the second quest. It's got the same levels, but now filled with additional spikes and more aggressive enemies. The keys and treasures are in the same locations, but getting to them becomes significantly harder. For the completionists out there, here's a secret. Beat the game and wait on the end screen for 1 minute and 15 seconds. You'll hear Tokata's song, composer Kazumi Tokata's signature 19-note melody he hides in games that he works on. It's a neat Easter egg for patient fans. This game represents what the Virtual Boy could have been. Innovative gameplay that genuinely used the hardware's unique capabilities, incredible production values, and creative design that pushed the platformer genre forward. It's such a tragedy it was buried with a failed system. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into a forgotten classic, hit the like and subscribe button. The channel is dedicated to uncovering gaming's lost masterpieces. Drop a comment letting me know which forgotten game you want covered next. Did you ever play Wario Land on original hardware? What's your favorite Virtual Boy memory? Let's keep those conversations going. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the best games are the ones nobody played. I'll see you in the next video.